Achieving rustic chic charm. The decorating style known as rustic chic actually has a variety of common names. Shabby chic, farmhouse, cottage style, or country may have distinct characteristics that make them unique, but they are often used interchangeably because they all share common design elements. Overall, rustic chic style avoids the structured, almost stuffy feel of past traditional styles and instead embraces a more natural modern lifestyle. Typically, the foundational palette of a rustic chic space is warm gray or whites. Accents tend to come from other earth-based colors, such as pale greens and soft browns. Despite its outward and historical perspectives, rustic chic style in today's homes is much more successful and effective when one considers quality over quantity in the pieces themselves. Look for sturdy, well-crafted furniture to ground the space. Even if the pieces are worn and showing their age, if they're made well to begin with, you've got yourself a great rustic chic decorating component. Much of the appeal of a rustic chic interior is its link to the past, the nostalgia of a simpler time and life. Rustic chic is actually quite charming and unique to our senses. Keep the rustic chic decor relatively simple in its color and purpose. In a nod to past times when stuff was more precious than it is today, the practice of repurposing items fits right into the rustic chic atmosphere. Essentially, repurposing is when you use something in a way that is different than its original intended purpose. Repurposing is a great way to be creative and encourage sustainability. One-of-a-kind pieces help to make a rustic chic space feel special and, well, unique. These types of items can be unearthed at flea markets, thrift stores, estate sales, and other places where the idea is not to appeal to the masses but instead to the individual. Much of the charm and allure of a rustic chic space is its imperfection. Anyone can buy new, but it takes a special vision to incorporate a worn piece into a fresh, contemporary space. Along the same lines of sustainable repurposing comes the rustic chic decorating staple of refinishing items. An old trunk or piece of furniture that is scratched, gouged, or bleached can be refinished with a bit of elbow grease and love into a showstopper in your space. Wear and tear is like a badge of honor in the rustic chic home, so show off those furniture shreds of evidence of a life well lived. Display a faded, peeling picture frame as a masterpiece, and it will earn an ultimately endearing respect. Highlight a chipped piece of cookware. Of course, you want to avoid cluttering your home with completely broken and unusable items, but don't be afraid of integrating a worn piece or two into your otherwise working decor. Rustic chic style has traceable aesthetic origins in the countryside of France and Britain, which is where the style is referred to more commonly as cottage and French country. In a rural setting, people have limited access to items, so it is more common and required to make a habit of using what you have. For contemporary decorators who enjoy being environmentally and socially aware, Rustic Chic checks all the boxes in this regard, limiting waste and chronic consumerism. But for those who enjoy the rustic chic style but aren't sure how to start, begin with a blank slate of a neutral space. Walls, flooring, and shelves will be neutral. From here, add in furniture and textiles, and artwork over time that will bring in a rustic vibe. Be sure to take your time and select pieces that truly bring you joy, not just fill your space with driftwood and rusted old keys because they fit the style. A cost-effective way to bring your home toward a more rustic chic aesthetic is to DIY some stuff. Get your hands dirty with some woodwork or paint or stain. There are so many tutorials out there to create customized pieces, like modern rustic floating shelves, that will look at home in your home and that you'll love for years to come. While much of the concept of rugged and rustic is masculine, a great way to introduce balance and put the chic into your rustic chic decor is to add unexpected feminine elements. A chandelier, for example, and you know by now that I love chandeliers, maintains the palette but brings a definitive soft glamour to a space. The hybrid effect is charming and appeals to all, both male and female alike. Many people probably place driftwood as the #1 component of rustic chic decor, actually. The raw, roughened appeal of exposed and weathered wood, whether it's actually driftwood or not, appeals on a very real level in the rustic chic space. Use plenty of natural wood in your rustic chic space. It looks homey and comfortable and evokes the sentiment that all are welcome here. As a historic complement to and decorative contrast to wood, iron has a solid background in the countryside and tends to age appealingly. Incorporate wrought iron in the details of your rustic chic space if you don't want to jump in completely, a lamp here, a wall sconce there, or an antique farm tool there. Look toward linen, cotton, jute, wool, leather, and other organic fabrics to provide not only an earthy visual element to the space but also a tactile one. Mix the textiles of throws and pillows and furnishings to really bring out the rustic chic character of your space. Sometimes, it's easier to fake something in decor than to actually use the original. If you have access to objects that may not be all natural but that have the look or vibe of a natural element, think faux bois wallpaper, hammered spray paint, or organic-themed ceramics, feel free to incorporate them into your rustic chic space with confidence. While many of these ideas so far involved smaller decorations, if you are looking to create a really rustic home, think about bigger projects that you could take on. We love adding a cozy reading nook to a spare corner in your home, whether that's in your living room, playroom, or home office. For a rustic, chic look, focus on using wooden materials to build this corner and then add soft cushions to create a more comfortable environment. You'll love spending time here after a busy day of work or during the weekends, and it will soon become one of your family's favorite spots in the house.